Hi Scorpio, welcome to your reading. So, I wanted to take a look at the energies closing out the year of 2020 and starting the year of 2021, right? Because, this year has been a crazy year of transformation for all of us, and I'm a Scorpio sun as well. And it's been tough on us, right? The last 2 years have been just crazy, have been insane. And now we are closing the year with some very big events. So now on the 14th, we have a total solar eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius, so it's happening in our second house. And on the 21st, we have the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction in Aquarius. So we are ending this year supercharged, right? And I just wanted to see how it is that we are ending the year, what are the energies around it, how we are closing this cycle, this big cycle, and how we are stepping into 2021. Okay, so let me get to your cards, to our cards here. And I've also been talking with the other zodiacs about Chiron. Chiron is about our deep unhealed wounds. And these unhealed wounds are also inadequacies that we have. We just feel very inadequate and very incapable around them because these are wounds that no matter how hard we try, we just don't seem to get over them. And it can be quite frustrating. And in Aries, since Chiron is in Aries and it's currently retrograde, these wounds happen around our leadership skills, how we step forward, how we just take initiative in that which we want. And for us, it's happening in our natural sixth house, which is the house of health and of work, of daily things, of the mundane. Nice, okay. Of the mundane. And especially if you are Scorpio rising, then it will be even more true for you because then it's really happening in your astrological sixth house, okay? But if you are a Scorpio sun, it's still happening in your natural sixth house. So when Chiron is in there and in Aries, it asks us, is it hard for us to take charge and initiative in our day-to-day stuff? You know, I know that for me it's been very hard lately. For instance, it's hard to have an agenda to just I keep procrastinating a lot. You know, it's hard to have the will to just get up and do what I need to do. Right? Oof. Oh, I already love the reading for us, honestly. I already love it. Yeah, so with Chiron in retrograde there, I wonder, is it hard for you? Has it been hard for you to take leadership in your work environment, but also in your day-to-day life? Okay, how has it been for you? It's quite interesting, quite interesting. Okay. Okay. Let's see. And I'm sorry if I'm losing the focus sometimes. I'm constantly checking here because it's getting dark already. And when it starts getting dark, my camera goes crazy and it stops tracking the focus. I hate it. So bear with me, okay? I might have to pause the reading sometimes to refocus, but I will cut it out for you. So, we start the reading with the 9 of air. And the 9 of air is the 9 of swords in the regular tarot, okay? And the 9 of air is a card of stress, of mental stress, of the nightmares, you know. So it's what are the nightmares that we tell ourselves? What are the fears that we put ourselves into? Because these are very mental fears. They are not real. These are situations and things that we just create in our heads. And us Scorpios, we do overthink a lot, right? Because we need to be ahead of everything that happens. So we need to be a step forward, whatever it is that is going on. right? We need to have a plan A, B, C, and our plan B, C needs to have plans A, B, C as well. Because if something goes wrong, we need to be prepared for that. And it comes from our need to have things under our control. It's very Plutonic, and we are ruled by both Pluto and Mars, which are very controlling planets, right? So we have these limiting fears that we put in our own head. So we create this stress for ourselves, Scorpios. We really do, and you know, right? We need to be ahead of things so much. We need to make sure that everything is going right for us and that we are in control of what is going on around so that we don't have surprises, that we stress ourselves with that. We really do. So we end the year of 2020 and start 2021 a bit still in that mindset. But I do think that we are getting free. We are getting away from it because the deck that I chose this reading to do this reading is this the Good Tarot. Actually, only this initial card, but it's the Good Tarot. And in the Rider-Waite, this card is represented by a man with 9 swords above his head, and he's having a nightmare. So he has his face and his hands, and he's crying. But so it's a very stressful card. You know, there's a lot of emotional, mental turmoil there, a lot of chaos, and a lot of anxiety. It's a highly anxious card. But then take a look at this one from the Good Tarot, if it focuses. So yes, now you can see it. You see that this woman is there and she has some birds flying around her. And she just looks free. So even though something has been stressing us for quite a long time and we have been putting ourselves under a lot of stress and anxiety, I see that we are getting through that. We are freeing ourselves from that. And also she has wings, so she's ready to fly with them. And the feeling that I get with this card is almost as if we are using this anxiety and this nightmare in our favor. It's like these birds have been scaring us for some reason. We have been having nightmares with them, and then we open our eyes and we see that they are just doves. There's nothing scary about them. Okay, and then starting the reading, I start loving it already because who opens this reading for us is the Emperor. And the Emperor is one of our cards in the tarot as well, okay? So we have the Emperor here. Because this is a Mars-ruled card, and we are ruled by Mars as well. We are ruled by both Mars and Pluto. So the Emperor, even though Pluto shows that part of us which is transformative and that can deal with crisis and chaos and can burn things to the ground so that they can be reborn, Mars talks about the strength, the stamina, you know, our willpower to go after anything that we desire. So we open the reading right in our element. We open the reading as the Emperor, and I think that we are closing this end much stronger than we have been. Okay, so I love already seeing this for us. And tying to the Emperor, we have the 5 of Swords. And here is something that we should try to be a bit aware of. Because with the 5 of Swords, I think that the problem with the Emperor is that we can be sometimes a bit cocky. So when we step into our power and we know that nothing can stop us, we can actually go and pass on top of other people in order to get what it is that we want. And this is not always the best, you know. Actually, for me, it's never the best. I think that we don't need to, it's important for us to have boundaries and assert ourselves, but not to the point of having to destroy others and leave others on the ground so that we can move forward, you know. The Emperor doesn't need to destroy others to be the Emperor. He just is. Okay. And I know that this is hard for many Scorpios, you know. I think that all of us will always have that inner point of vengeance in us. I know that this is very stereotyped, and people talk about Scorpios as if we are these vengeance machines going around, and that's not true. It's like the scorpion itself, it has the sting, but the sting is there for protection. And when the Scorpio faces a big threat, sometimes they prefer to sting themselves than to face it, right? But life doesn't need to always be like that, you know. We have a choice. So even though we have that inner feeling of wanting to make others pay for what happened to us. We also have the will and the power to let it go and stand in our own personal power. You know, we don't need to make other people pay. Okay? Because right next to it, right next to the Five of Swords, we do have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. And what it tells me here, and also ties with the rest of the reading, I think that we have been dealing with someone, right, that did hurt us in the past, but at the same time that they hurt us, they pushed us into this Emperor position. So it was by interacting with this person and going through what it is that they were putting us under that we found our power back. We had to find our power back in order to fight the situation. But because of doing that, we still carry resentment towards this person. And I think that some of us, because I do see here the Nine of Wands in the reverse as this person, and I see us as this Five of Swords energy here. So it's like we still want to make this person pay. But if you see this person, this Nine of Wands, they just look scared. Okay, sorry, I had to pause the reading and just put my focus back into manual, so that we don't keep losing the focus through the whole reading, right? So what I was saying about this Five of Swords together with the Nine of Wands, okay? So maybe you can see it now. Is that this Nine of Wands actually looks quite almost scared, you know? And doesn't matter what happened in the past, I see that they actually show up as someone who is quite scared and small. And we are stepping into this as the Emperor with so much power. And it's almost as if we are trying to kill a bug with a bazooka, you know? But I know that sometimes we can feel so trapped in this sense of justice, of making justice for whatever people did to us, that we go after them like that. We can go after a bug with a bazooka. So this is something for us to learn, you know. This is something that is up to us to let go of, okay? And then I see that this person is still quite present. And again, why I see that this person is a bug that we are trying to kill with a bazooka is because right under the Emperor, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. And the Page of Swords is my little spy card, okay? And they are quite aware of the Emperor. So this person, whoever they are, and they are a page, see? They show up as a page. They are either someone younger than you, or they are just small. They are small compared to you, compared to who you are, okay? And, but they are keeping an eye on you. They are definitely keeping tabs on you. And they are watching you stand up to your power. And depending on how it is that you acted towards this person in the past, I think that they see you standing tall in your throne right now. But they are keeping tabs on you, Scorpio. That you can be sure of that. They are watching you from the distance. They are watching you somehow. They are either asking to friends that you have in common, or just checking you on social media or something like that, or asking around. But they are keeping tabs on you. I'm sorry. And they are watching from afar you transform. They are watching you from afar and how tall you're standing in your ground, okay? I'll put the cards back in the reverse here. Yeah, so this person is still taking a look. They are interested. They are interested and they are curious. Also because you are stepping as the Emperor. And I think that part of them is wondering, where did that power come from? And right next to it, so right next to the Page of Swords, we have your card, our card. We have the Death. So right next to the page, we have the Death. And the Death card here, I think is beautiful. And it points even better to that, because this is what we have. Let me show you. So we have the Emperor. Then we have this Page of Swords in reverse right under it. And next to it, we have the Death. So it's like your power and your powerful transformation is surrounding this person, you know, they can see it, and they can see how much you're changing, they can see how much you can transform yourself. And I love that the death is sitting right in the middle of your reading. So because I had a talk with Libra as well, in which they had a very strong card also sitting in the middle of their reading, okay, and now I have for us like death right in the middle. So, and we are in our power, we are in our element here, okay, so it's sitting right in the middle of it. This whole month is about our transformation, and right next to the Page of Swords. So this person not only sees how powerful, decided, and just how strong and capable you are to go after what it is that you want, but they also see how you can burn things to the ground and move from them as if they were nothing, you know? How you can just let go of the past. And this is incredible for me. It's incredible that we are showing up as the death here. And this person is seeing that, so don't fool yourself. And also, right next to the death, we have the Seven of Wands, which is also something else that I love to see here, because I really like the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands is a card of fight, is a card of conflict, but if you can see here, he's standing tall on top of a small hill, not a hill, but he's standing a bit above from his opponents here, and they are trying to attack him, but he is in a very privileged position and he is defended. And even though he is struggling, and you can see in his face that he's like, he's struggling to fight this, he is in a position in which he can see everything that is happening. And he does have many people attacking him at once. So, and I don't think that these are people, okay? This is just a way of saying, I think that these are more like either we have our jobs, and then we have our hobbies, and then there is this person, and there is maybe something in our family going on. So it's like there are so many conflicts coming from everywhere, and we are fighting, and we are tense, and we are struggling against it. Is still, we are dealing with it. And in our mindset is like, if I tackle once at a time, I can do it. I don't need to fight all of them at once, because I'm standing here at the top seeing what's going on down there. I can attack each one of them at their own time, you know? So I don't need to go after them all at once. If I deal with each problem that I have one at a time, then I can get through it. So this is also a very powerful card. And it's not because I'm a Scorpio, I'm not biased here, but we got a very strong reading for sure, okay? So right under this Page of Swords, we have the Chariot. So we have the Chariot, and this is how it's showing up to me. So we have the Emperor, and then the Page of Swords, and then the Chariot. And I think that this Chariot here tells me two things, okay? Because the thing is, I don't see a lot of action from this person. It's talking very little about them. This reading is really about us, okay? But I think that this Chariot can mean two different things. First is that still the page, whoever this person is, they are seeing you moving away from the situation, and you're moving away fast, okay? So you're coming out of it, and you're coming out of it fast, because the Chariot is very fast movement. And at the same time, we have also with the Emperor, right? As I said before, so we have it like this. And the Emperor, even though this is a card of Mars, so this is also an Aries card. And Aries is a cardinal sign. And what is a cardinal sign? They are fast movers. They just go. They are initiators. They start things, okay? And the Chariot is a Cancer card. Okay, and the Cancer is also a cardinal sign, but they are emotional. So they are water cardinal, while Aries is a fire cardinal. So I think that they really see us doing that, like that we have so much energy right now to just move. We both, the Emperor and the Chariot, we just move. We just go. We are here and then we are gone, because we know exactly where we are, and we don't have time for bullshit. We don't have to stop and like, oh yeah, okay, so you're spying on me, cute. Okay, cute of you, but I have better things to do, right? I have a place to go. There's a place I'm going. I have my empire to take care of, okay? But yeah, you're keeping tabs on me, cute. So I think that they see us like that. But the other message that I'm getting as well, and for some of you, I think that this chariot is also tied up with the page of swords. Okay, so I think that for some of you it can also be that this person is keeping an eye on you, but then they see you moving away so fast and they don't have the strength to go after that or to do anything, because in the end they are just a page, that they will start moving forward themselves as well. So the chariot can also indicate that to some of you, that this person will move away as well, that they will find their own purpose and just go after it, you know, because they see you moving away and they know that there's nothing they can do about it. So they don't want to waste their time just spying on you anymore either. Okay, so I'm getting both these messages. Now I have something interesting here. Closing this reading is a bit interesting because we have then the Five of Swords, as we saw, and then the Death underneath it. But then we have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, she can cut through it like no one else. But you see, we have the Five of Swords, and then we have the Death. So we are transforming ourselves and transcending this need of stinging, you know, of stinging back, of attacking back. But then we go into the Queen of Swords. So I would tell you to really watch yourself not to hurt this person, because in the end, as I said, they are a page of swords. You don't need to kill a bug with a bazooka. Okay, you don't need to do that. You don't need the sting. And I know that us Scorpios, we can see people very well. We are very good at reading people. And I think that that's why we have the sting that some people like to call that, right? The sting. That's because we know where it hurts. I'm sorry. We have such a good understanding of human psyche, of how other people work, that it's easy for us to say exactly that which will hurt the most. And the Queen of Swords is like that, because she's very mental, she's very what is the word, articulated, okay, but she cuts through it. She can be very hurtful, and she can be very verbally hurtful. So I would say stay with the Death card, because it's right in the middle of the reading, you know. Make your transformation and transcend it and ascend, but you don't need to hurt this person. You don't need to say things that are hurtful. You don't need to destroy them, to seek vengeance on them, or to seek a sense of justice, okay? You don't need to. You can just let it go. You really can just let go of it, okay? And I do think that we will, because right next to the Queen of Swords, we have the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles here, it's in the reverse also, okay? So the Seven of Pentacles, I see him as a man who just planted his pentacles, and he's been taking care of them, watering them, and waiting for the harvest. So he's looking at the combination of all his effort. And I think that maybe for some of you, it was hard not to keep looking at the effort that you put in the situation before. It's hard to let go of something that we have put so much time, so much effort, so much love into, but it's in the reverse. And also it's right under this Seven of Wands here. So I think that the fact that there are so many things going on in our lives right now that we need to deal with, that we are letting go of this situation with this person, because we don't need one more stress, right? We enter the reading as the Nine of Air, and I told you that we are leaving that stress and that anxiety behind. And I think that attaching ourselves to what it is that we put into this connection and what it is that we are waiting from it, right? That keep expecting a payoff out of this work that we have put, just won't service, you know? Because we know that we are not taking anything from this situation, and we have so many other things on our plate right now, so many more important things. We have our business, we have our jobs, we have our family, we have our friends, we have other conflicts that we have with other people. Then there's just no space in our lives anymore to keep looking back at this person and wondering what if, oh, what about the time and effort and love that I put in this person, you know? Let it just burn with the death, okay? Let this just be in the past. Take the lessons that you learned from it, what this connection taught to you, has been teaching you, and then leave it in the past. Just let it go, because that's how you use Pluto in the end. Pluto is something that comes, transforms you, and then you burn it to the ground and you leave it behind, okay? And we Scorpios, we are great at doing that. And it's right in the middle of the reading. I still love it. It's very beautiful. Okay, Scorpios, so let's finish it with 2 oracle cards for you. And I want an animal spirit card, and then I'm gonna read the oracle message from it. And then I also want this beautiful deck here. So let's see what I have first. I love it. I really love it. So, okay, I actually got 2, but no, I don't feel like this one fits. I think it's this one. Yeah, so we got the owl spirit. Oh, okay, actually I just heard in my head that some of you want me to say what is this card, so I'm gonna say it as well. Okay, so we got owl spirit, and the message in this card is you see clearly now. You see clearly this situation. You see exactly what it is that is happening. You know exactly what it is that happened. There's nothing here for you to find out anymore. You have everything that you needed to know. Okay, so I'm gonna read the oracle message, and it's number 43. Yes, owl spirit. You see clearly now. Owl spirit arrives to remind you that the wisdom within you is informed by your keen senses and the wisdom within the consciousness we all share. Even in the darkest night, the owl sees clearly and is guided by every sense it has, including the first sense of intuition. Right now, your sensitivities are turbocharged and you are receiving messages from all directions. Owl spirit reminds you to be wise and pay attention to what's between the lines, what is invisible to the naked eye, what cannot be heard with the ears, and what others may not be able to perceive. What have I been saying about we can really see through it, right? With all your senses aroused, you have much knowledge available to you. Clarity will come as you sit with all that you are sensing, allowing your intuition to guide you in understanding the whole and not just the parts. Let your wisdom arise and be your guide as you trust the acuity of all your senses. I'm not sure if I pronounced this word correctly though. Intuition is real and can provide the clarity you need to understand your situation right now. Your relationship, your finances, your job, whatever it is, you can see the truth clearly now. So you really can see the truth of this person, of this situation. You know everything that needs, everything you had to know here, okay? So yeah, let it go. Just let it go. Let it be in the past, because there is nothing else that you need to do from this. You know, in the end of the day, remember, they are a page and they are scared. They are just scared, you know? And you are the emperor here. Oops, I put this wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna read the ant spirit for you as well, because I'm hearing some of you asking me to read this ant spirit that fell together with the owl. So time to collaborate. And this is the first card. Actually, this is quite interesting that it's first card. So for me, it also touches a bit on the subject of end of cycle, start of new one. Where's the first card? Yes, ant spirit. And actually, I want to read the protection message of this ant spirit for some reason. It's coming to me, okay? Do you really believe that you have to do everything yourself? Do you believe that somehow any help you get will be disappointing or not good enough? That's very yes. Perhaps it is time to address your issues of control and bias toward the negative. It doesn't matter where or why you came to be pessimistic or mistrustful. The fact that Ant Spirit is showing up now is a sign that you have an opportunity to heal and to relearn to trust that others will show up for you in a genuine way. And Spirit wants you to remember that your expectations and limiting beliefs are a vibrational offering that draws in the opposite of what you desire. Spirit wants to help you and will send collaborative partners your way. It's time to see the universe as conscious and connected, loving and helpful, but you must participate in this activity of co creation. Creating reality is not just about dreaming. If you are feeling orphaned from community, reach out and communicate. If you feel vulnerable, know that being present in your vulnerability can help you draw in someone who wants to assist you. Trust in your partnership with Spirit, and your outer conditions will start to reflect that. When you see, then you will see the miracles waiting for you, including partners who appear ready to lend a hand. So this also calls to me of connect with your friends, connect with the people that care about you. I know that Scorpios, we tend to do everything ourselves. We are so independent and self-reliable that we take sometimes too much, and it's okay to contact a friend, to open up, to ask for help, to ask if they can hear us out. Okay, so connect with your friends, spend some time with them, okay, and you don't need to be so afraid of being vulnerable to the people that care about you. And as I say this, I got 2 cards for you that fell here. And I'm sorry for any other zodiac that might be watching this, because I didn't get as many cards for the others, but they are just coming in this amount. So I got Get Wild and I got the Pillar. And with the pillar here, I don't know if you can see, but it shows like a pillar, and then there are some mountains on the background. For me, this is really a card of new beginnings. This is a card of really coming through a cycle of transformation, passing through a cycle of transformation and coming at the other side, coming to the other side. I really think that this whole situation here is marking an ending for us in something, and just this beginning of something new. This is a rite of passage for all of us, okay? And the Get Wild for me actually connects a lot with what I just said about meeting friends, Not everything needs to be about chaos, about emotional depth, and we don't need to go to dive into ourselves and stay there forever. And I know that we tend to do that. We are so comfortable dealing with our darkest sides. We are so comfortable dealing with the depths of ourselves that we sometimes dive in, but we forget everything else and we just stay there. And as Scorpios, it's important that we just learn some lessons from Taurus as well, because Taurus is our opposite sign, and it's always important to learn the lessons of the opposite sign. And Taurus is about just living life, enjoying the pleasures of life. So this Get Wild, I think it's a big advice to meet your friends for the end of the year, spend it with your family, connect with people that you love, and enjoy life a bit. Not everything needs to be a struggle, not everything needs to be transformation and pain. You are allowed to be happy as well, Scorpio. You're allowed to just be sometimes, to just enjoy life. So let that wild side of you run free a bit and enjoy it in whatever way you can, connecting with the people that you love and the people that truly care about you. Okay, Scorpio? So that's all I have for you, and I hope you enjoyed. I really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next month in the reading of January, and take care. Bye-bye.